Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Aquarius. Let's see what's coming in for you, Aquarius. Aquarius, what do you need to know? Married, single, anything in between? Yeah, someone's moving slow here. Someone has a lot of weight on their shoulders. Somebody's focused on money, work, paying off debt. Yeah. Someone's moving slow, though. You may feel like this is someone who's not reliable. Yeah, I think this is somebody working a lot. They're juggling. A lot of focus on money here. Yeah. Going down this path. I mean, you might be weighing the pros and the cons. This could even be a person procrastinating, but someone here is weighing the pros and the cons. Should I or shouldn't I? Yeah. This has to do with being responsible, being reliable too. It's about going down this path, getting together, doing things together. I see someone feeling like giving up here. Oops. Yeah, see something feels a little off. Someone's trying to decide if they should or shouldn't. I definitely feel heavy procrastination. Whether this person's paying off debt, bills, or they just don't want the responsibility. See, of doing things together, spending time together, but someone's looking back here, feeling like giving up because it feels off. So someone's about to give up on someone here. Yeah, it looks like the Queen of Pentacles here. See, giving up. Someone here is not reliable or stable or pulling their weight. But often this is someone who juggles multiple jobs. They have a lot on their plate. Could be paying off debt, bills. Yeah, I don't know, but let's have a look at the Knight of Pentacles. I see someone with a house, a home. This is someone building a foundation. Yeah, this is some positive energy. Yeah, it has to do with something, whether something is going anywhere. So it's either two people going to come apart. See, I think it's just this Queen of Pentacles energy, which could be yourself in this energy, because this is just somebody starting to feel something's off. It's feeling a little uncomfortable. Something doesn't feel right. Because I feel like if it's yourself, you're looking at the details. This person's moving slow, dragging their feet, but I do think you're kind of, weighing the pros and the cons, what this person might be up to. But to me, it looks like whether this is even going to go anywhere. It's whether someone's going to follow through or they're reliable. But it definitely looks like this is someone trying to build that foundation here. What they're doing, they're slow. Let's have a look at this Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone not budging and moving. See, this is where a person starts to feel uncomfortable, like they should protect themselves. Now, this person could be in that energy, should I or shouldn't I? Because it has to do with whether someone pulls their weight or whether they're reliable. Let's have a look at the Three of Pentacles. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Yeah, so someone taking a little pause. See, it's trying to look at this. And with temperance, it's just someone trying to just be patient and be calm. Try not to get, all worked up over the situation, but trying to look at this from the other person's perspective. Maybe they're busy working, they have a lot on their plate. But I mean, this is about building a foundation. This is someone not sure if they want to be responsible for somebody or if the other person pulls their weight. But I mean, there's, with that energy there, to me, it looks like someone who's trying to, but yeah, this is someone keeping another person waiting. This is someone waiting for this situation to come fruition. Now we have someone feeling like giving up. This person might be thinking too, it's taken them so long, the ship may have sailed, it may be too late, where they're thinking the other person is moving on. Yeah, look at that, the Star. So this is about, see, it's all about things not turning out the way someone expects. This is someone who had high expectations that somebody would connect. You would come together. But now it looks like it's not going anywhere. Because the other, yeah, it's definitely an energy of lack or negativity. Could be negative thinking, or someone feels they don't have any money. It's about going there or even taking it to the next level. It is about laying a foundation, making some kind of commitment. Because this is someone who kind of looks at this, well, if it goes to the next level, see, that's an energy of someone feeling they need to protect themselves. But like, this is someone who, I think it's this person here feeling that way. This is someone who's not going to budge and give in. They're not going to do anything. And definitely feeling like giving up. But yeah, it's a lack of negativity. Someone's thinking negative thoughts here. It's just feeling left out in the cold. This person's kind of lonely. Like, I can feel that they want this because they're looking forward. See, they're clearing something up. Maybe bills, debt. Or they just feel they need to protect themselves in case there's this lack. It's almost like we have a person trying to kind of predict what happens when things go to the next level. Yeah, we have a person here. This person's curious, like they're looking for clues, shining a little light. It's about clarity. See, they're not clear. What happens when things, if it goes to the next level? It may not turn out the way expected. Somebody is holding someone in high regard, but it has to do with expectations. A person going to let this go. Tell me about this Page of Swords. Yeah, this is someone seeing things clearly. See, it's about getting things started. This is someone doesn't know. Like, if they start this, where is it going to go? It might not turn out the way they expect. So they're kind of, I think it's somebody protecting their money, their financial foundation. This is someone who's worked hard, I feel, to get where they're at. But this person's kind of feeling the same, but I feel for different reasons. See, they have a different perspective. But it's about spending time together, doing things together. This is somebody who wants company, companionship. But yeah, I feel we have the feminine giving up here. Yeah, see, this is someone here letting this person know they're open and available. But now we have someone about to give up. This is someone letting someone new. See, it's giving up on one person, dragging their feet. It's not going anywhere. And this is an energy of new. So someone here's got new coming in. Yeah, that's what I feel is happening. Yeah, we have someone single, see, enjoying the fruits of their labor, but protecting everything they worked for. We have a very independent person, but this person's moving so slow. This person's waiting. And now they feel the ship has sailed. The other person's probably started something new. So they're kind of like, there's a little bit of this, like, should I or should I not? If it goes to the next level, but I feel like it's too late. The other person's already got someone new. The other person procrastinated and took too long. Because we have a new person, a stranger. There's somebody curious. Often it's a curious stranger. Looking for clarity to see if someone's single. Yeah, there's new coming in. Yeah, going down this path. See, doing things together, spending time together. Things that two people have in common. Look at all this. There's lots to do with money and finances and stability here. But it's about the things you have in common. And it's an energy of someone acknowledging. See, this is an energy of waiting for someone to acknowledge. Like, are we going down this path? Are we getting together or not? Because this person feels like giving up. They're letting, see, they've given up on someone. Just about ready to put it behind, but still waiting for this person to come in. And it's whether, see, it's somebody who kind of feels like this person's not going to follow through. And they are kind of looking at this from their perspective. Yeah, I feel like there definitely is new. I mean, I can see it right there. But it's someone who's curious. They want to know if someone's single. Yeah, but this person's definitely leaving this behind. They just feel like giving up. But the other person hasn't come through yet. That's what I feel. See, they don't even know if there's anything in common. It hasn't really started yet. That's the thing. Yeah. Tell me about this is someone emotionally available, letting someone know they're open. But you can see this is someone just trying to be very patient, just grounding themselves. But it doesn't feel right. It feels off. It's starting to feel uncomfortable. Like, you know, maybe this person's just, it is what it is. Maybe it just isn't meant to be. But I feel this is someone definitely going to just, like, it's an energy of expecting someone to get things going, but it doesn't turn out as expected. But it's another person coming in. Yeah, see, this is someone letting someone know they're available, they're single. Yeah, it looks like the other person is someone who just drags their feet. They don't, I feel like the original energy of the slow-moving person is someone moving so slow, the other person's just had enough. They're not reliable. See, it's someone you can't rely on. That's why I feel this is somebody feeling kind of lonely, ghosted, ignored. They're just not reliable. So then in comes the new. Some company, companionship. This is someone who often plays it safe, though, and that's what I feel. It's all about just trying to be patient, but this is someone who knows something just isn't right. But the other person hasn't come forward yet. The new person still hasn't come forward. This is what I feel. But I do think this is someone aware that someone's curious, know that they're single. They've let them know, I feel. To me, it feels obvious. This is someone also trying to tame that beast. See, that taming the beast, just being confident, trying to stay confident, trying to stay positive, trying not to think negative. But yeah, it's someone getting lonely, you know. The other person may be ghosting. They're just not interested, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, so this is somebody that you could change. Just kind of go with the flow. This is someone about to moving on, put this behind, to be open to new. But to me, it looks like when this is someone just about ready to give up on this person, still waiting for this person to come in. And then we have a person coming back around. King of Wands. Yeah. Possible, I see Leo, Sagittarius. Could be Aries, even Scorpio. It's a person who's bold and confident. See, it's about someone being bold and confident, making a move, starting it. So it does look like that this could be the new person coming in. It could be them just coming into the nick of time. Because it looks like they're leaving something behind too. A situation that didn't serve, or they've lost interest in someone. It could go that way too. But this person's definitely a person who's bold and confident. The Queen of Pentacles energy is just someone trying to be really practical, you know, kind of realistic. They're trying to look at it in the reality of the situation. Definitely trying to think positive as well. Tell me about this King of Wands. What does this King of Wands want? What do they want? What do they want? What does the King of Wands want? Yeah, they're feeling sad. This is someone who feels like there's no hope. So what they want, they feel they can't have. So there's some sadness, the cups that are spilt. So this definitely looks like someone who's leaving something behind. But this is often a person, see, dragging their feet, someone who's not quite ready to move forward. That's what I kind of feel. Like, I mean, it could be the new person, but it's hard to say here. I mean, it is a fiery energy. It looks like it's more like this person, but it's about showing someone they're reliable. And I do think this is somebody, a little stress about money. This person feels, well, if I take this to the next level or start this, because they know what's expected, they know. That once they start this, and then it goes to the next level, which often has to do with commitment or spending lots of time together. But this person kind of, like I say, they're kind of sad about something, where they feel like what they want, they feel they can't have. That someone's out of their league. That's the person I feel who is actually dragging their feet. Yeah. Yeah. It has to do with habits, lifestyle, the way someone conducts themselves. Someone may have some regret for the way they conducted themselves. They kept someone waiting too long. I don't know if it's the other person who felt disrespected or just got uncomfortable, because this is a person who starts to act like they're no longer interested. This is someone who often doesn't see a future with someone. That's why I feel letting someone know they're open and available, because they've given up. But it's when they just about ready to give up. That's often when someone comes in. But who comes in is going to be unexpected. So this is where you expect the best from someone. See, someone who expects the best, this is the feminine holding this person in high regard, assuming this person's going to be reliable. But they're dragging their feet so slow because they're concerned of what happens when it goes to the next level. They're protecting themselves. It could be someone who's been single for a while, but then the new. I think it's the new person who's going to end up coming in. I mean, I could be wrong. It's really hard to tell in this reading, but it's who you're expecting isn't what's going to happen. So it all depends who you're expecting. If it's somebody to coming back around, will this person change, or will they act exactly like they did before, dragging their feet, not being reliable, you see? So like I say, it could be, like I say, for some of you, definitely I can see someone just giving up. See, there's a spark desire. See, there's an attraction, but this is someone actually, the feminine, looking out for themselves. This is someone going, I need to look out for myself here, because you can't rely on this person. So it's an energy of someone who could even be live with somebody, but they're never there. Can't rely on them. Somebody who's maybe even in a committed relationship, but they feel like they're single because they can't rely on someone. They're never there. That's what I kind of feel for some. But others, it's just someone who would rather be single, or might as well, is what I feel, be single, because this person isn't there. They're not reliable. It's a person feeling lonely. There's lack. And now we have this new opportunity coming in. So yeah, one more wand to go here. There's a spark and desire. Yeah, there's definitely been some hurt. There's been some hurt and heartache here. Yeah. It could be someone who is giving someone else attention to. I don't really feel it. It's just like hurt or hurt feelings. It could be someone who's had a few chances to come in right, to do things right, and not doing that. Yeah, I think it's somebody who's given up. Let's have a look at this Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is someone trusting their own. This is Queen of Cups energy, is when someone's in the energy of trusting their intuition. So you already know the answers you're seeking. I feel like you already know who you're gonna choose and what you're gonna do. I think you know that it's off. Something's off. I do think it's the way someone conducts themselves, the way they are. They just keep doing the same thing. Someone who's had a couple of chances and they still aren't reliable, or they don't pull their weight, one or the other. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles pulls their weight. I mean, it could be someone thinking the other person doesn't, but I think it's just someone who's had several chances to get together, to spend time with someone, and they don't. They're just not a reliable person. So now we have this energy of someone trusting their intuition, this feminine trusting their intuition. They already know the answers they're seeking. See, it's an energy of someone who's confident. So it definitely, there's a person who I feel lacks the confidence in themselves. Maybe they're not faithful or loyal, or that's what it is. They don't trust themselves to be faithful. I wouldn't be surprised if someone lacks faith in themselves, or they weren't faithful. Maybe you already know that. Some of you may. But I also feel, and I definitely feel it's an energy of someone who's confident enough to come in. So it's whoever comes in confident, somebody who shows that they're reliable. They have to be the one to start it. This feminine isn't moving anywhere, not giving in. Yeah, it has to do with a person coming in to ask someone out. Heartfelt message. It's a person who needs to follow their heart. And I wouldn't even be surprised if it's the Queen of Cups following their heart. The person who comes in right, that shows they're stable, reliable, that comes in confident. Someone here definitely lacks confidence in themselves. And I don't think it's the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles energy. No. Aquarius, know your worth. See, you know your worth and value. This is someone dragging their feet. The situation doesn't serve. They may not even have your best interest at heart. That's why I feel. I mean, it's just somebody who you can't count on to be there if you need them. They'd ghost you, ignore you. And it could be something you've already dealt with, and it's possible you're just releasing it now. But you got new. So I do think it's about applying that too. But there it is. See, it's a person who comes in right. See, if it feels off, you're not going to go for it. I think it's yourself following your own heart. But it's also someone who makes some kind of a commitment to spend time together, to do things together. See, some of you want some company, companionship. But it's almost like if you got someone, if it doesn't go to the next level right away, it doesn't go anywhere. You see, the next level. Yeah. I feel like you're going to do what's right for you. And that's what I feel. It says doing what's right for you. If you have somebody here who's non-committal or they're ghosting, ignoring, you don't have to justify your behavior either if you decide to follow your heart and take another offer or opportunity here. Now, there is a heartfelt message. It's either yourself just following your heart or it's this person who's going to do that. Yeah, there's a little aha moment, a little enlightenment here. Someone's shining the light. See a curious person. Yeah, I see a victory here. It's just a victory, seeing the truth. This is about seeing the truth clearly. Yeah. Somebody here is that win or lose. So this is a person here who actually may have been hurt themselves. Because I do see someone kind of sad here. See, looking at something that happened. It didn't go anywhere. Or two people weren't compatible. It is what it is. It's a 5. It's a temporary energy. Crying over spilt milk sometimes is not that big of a deal. But there's been hurt. But I also feel this is also someone who's been hurt. This is, you know, where somebody, it's a person who's, I feel, had 3 chances to show they're reliable to go down this path. Someone who's unwilling to cooperate or compromise. But I definitely can feel it. Somebody here may have dealt this masculine. I wouldn't be surprised if it's them. Either they weren't faithful or they dealt with someone who is. But this is about 2 people being on the same page. It's lifestyle habits, the way someone conducts themselves. You see, it's also an energy of courting, dating, society's rules. See, somebody here doesn't do that. That's where I feel. There's someone here I feel, and wouldn't be surprised if this person just wants to be single. Yeah, somebody here just wants to be single. But this person here is independent. They're like, I'd rather be single is the vibe I get. If they don't come in right or they don't want to spend time or do anything together. Yeah. Interesting energy, but I do feel, I do see someone applying logic, trying to be fair, trying to look at the other person's perspective. Always remember, if you have a person where it never goes anywhere, and even if you're committed to this person and you're being faithful and you're committing to waiting till they're ready, but it's like it just never goes anywhere. So that's where I feel you don't have to justify if somebody else comes in and asks you out. You don't have to justify it. You got to do what's right for you. So that's why I feel maybe even just following your own heart, but it's whoever comes in right. This is a whole new cycle, a new romantic cycle. Yes, it's all about, I feel it's about seizing opportunities, you know. It's like whatever makes you happy. I feel like if you're dealing with someone who, I feel like there's a person here who's dragging their feet because they don't really want to make any kind of commitment. Or they don't have faith in themselves to be faithful. I feel like some of you know the answers. Okay, Aquarius, I feel like you know it's time to release this. And to take this new opportunity. Expect the best for yourself. See, you deserve better. See, you're not getting what you deserve. You don't deserve this. It's not going anywhere. It's just somebody wasting your time. That's what I feel, just wasting your time. Sitting at home alone. I wouldn't even be surprised if that's what you're doing. But if you're feeling lonely, you don't have to justify with someone here. If you are in a committed relationship, it's always best to break it off before you start something new. But I just feel like it's something that never goes anywhere. Yeah, and I do see the new coming in. And I know a lot of people do, because a lot of people that watch tarot are starting to understand it's all about your own worth and value. If you keep giving of yourself, someone's going to keep taking advantage of you, right? That's right. Know your worth. And that's what I feel. But I feel like you're just looking at the reality. You know, it's just not meant to be. It's not going anywhere. Take the next opportunity. And I do think you got a person coming in. See, you're seeing the bigger picture here. See, putting yourself out there, making yourself available. That's what it is. And none of this sitting around, waiting for someone. Yeah, I do see you making a connection with someone. I do think you've got choices here too, though. Like I say, waiting for this one person who, and it's like when you're just about ready to give up, then they come in. But I don't know if it's like the same thing keeps happening. That's why I feel it's time to push the stop button and get off this emotional roller coaster. It looks like something on and off. Yeah, but you can have a victory. Whoever this King of Wands is, I feel, and they really could be just somebody who's bold and confident. What have I got to lose? See, they're looking like, what have I got to lose? Win or lose. So I don't really feel the King of Wands the issue, but I do feel it's someone who was feeling kind of sad, like there wasn't a lot of hope. It's possible they feel like you're out of their league, or that, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles, when a person acts like this, it often means someone gets the impression that somebody isn't really interested, or they just want to be single, or they're actually already in a relationship. This often comes across as a person who's married. They're either married or single. This isn't someone who generally feels comfortable unless there's some sort of commitment. But I do see, talking to someone face to face, having an agreement. If you had an agreement with someone and they still weren't reliable, they still ghosted, ignored, left you alone. See, someone who leaves someone alone too much. What does somebody expect if they leave someone alone too much? Yeah, it doesn't even, even if it's a marriage, or a committed relationship, even if you live together, leaving someone alone too much, they get lonely. They start to think negative. So I don't know if it's somebody who wasn't loyal, faithful, or maybe there was a third party, but I feel for most of you, you're just releasing this person. You're doing what's right for you. You're tired of being single, tired of being lonely. You want some company, companionship. Definitely friends first. Anytime the Queen of Pentacles comes up, it's someone who prefers to be friends first. Maybe you just want to be friends. It has to do with whether you're on the same page here. So, but this person's coming towards you. It's who it is. I feel that you're expecting one person, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone else. Tell me about this Two of Cups. You're going to make a connection with someone. It could be just a friend. I do see getting out. So see someone getting themselves out there, being more social. So a large gathering or small gathering, either or. Someone who keeps their circle small too. But I feel this is just making a connection, friends of friends. Could be a little matchmaking here. Often this is about an opportunity, a joyful opportunity, a new experience. It's about taking them when they're presented, and that's what I feel. You need to take them when they're presented instead of wasting your time for someone who may never come in. That's why I feel like it's expecting one person, but then I feel there's a whole shift here. Yeah, it's going to be someone else, I feel. Yeah, see the patience. See, it's about interest. Someone's interested. Yeah, someone's interested. They want to know everything. Curiosity. It could even be yourself in that energy. Yeah. See, if someone's single, married. It could be someone talking to people. Are they single? Are they married? See, there's interest. So you have to take those opportunities. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are dealing with someone where you don't have anything in common. You're not interested in the same things. You just don't get each other. Whatever it may be. But I feel win or lose. Somebody is about to come in. I do think when the Queen of Pentacles is there, always it's giving you a heads up to prepare yourself, to kind of prepare. Because it is an energy of someone who likes to prepare ahead, isn't always into spontaneous either. So, yeah. But I feel win or lose. You got a victory. I do see shining a light. Someone's gaining clarity. And I do think they're like, well, what have I got to lose? I'm going to go for it here. Yeah. See, this is coming to an end. I actually wouldn't be surprised if it's the other person, if it's not you. See, a situation's over. It's not going anywhere. This is the end of the waiting, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the end of your single life for some of you. Just be patient. Let this person decide when they're ready to ask you out, because that's what it's about. Somebody here deciding when they're ready, not when the other person is ready. But that goes the same for the Queen of Pentacles, when you're ready to take something to the next level. See, it's all about that respect energy. Self-respect and self-worth. Yeah. Very nice. I think it's a feminine following their heart, but if, you know, and maybe even both of you here, but there's definitely somebody wanting to ask you out on a date. There's a lot of interest. And some of you, you might even have a couple people. Yeah, so going on a date. This is, you could just meet somebody someplace. Obviously this is a public place, but this is about whether something will go the distance. See, long-term stability. Feeling safe and secure. Yeah. Okay, see, there's a lot's going on. The whole, this inner struggle, this should I, shouldn't I, are they right or not, or should I wait? Like, it just, to me, it just feels like, and it is very internal, but it feels very much like this other person is in that energy too. It's a person who can't not necessarily make up their mind. They just procrastinate. It's almost like they're so focused on other things. I don't think they're as focused on you or as interested in you as they should be. And that's where I feel you have that little aha moment. This other person is interested. Anyone who's interested is definitely going to come in. And I do feel like you're attracting what you desire here. Because once you move on from someone, you get out and you're feeling social, feeling a lot happier. See, some of you I feel are there's a lot of sadness and loneliness here. I do think it's this other person too, and that's what's so interesting. Because you're going to make you might just decide to just be friends. But it could go somewhere, because I do see that Two of Wands, and it connects, it's for both energies. This could go somewhere. But someone has a lot more to learn. See, there's a lot to learn, a lot to know. The only way to do it is to go on a date. What have I got to lose? I think it's the Queen of Pentacles in that energy. I think if you are the feminine, I mean, you could be the masculine here. Just take it as it resonates. But there is a situation that's over. It's just not going anywhere. It's best to just let it go. It's not meant to be. Two people not in alignment. But I do see two other people who very well could be in alignment. There's just more that needs to be known. Yeah. Take care. We'll see you soon.